What's up, Platypus? I'm going to try my best not to hack my brains out on the podcast today since we do this semi-live. How are you?
Yeah, I want to be clear. He's referring to coffee, not like with an axe. All right, he's not going to be like, I hate this show.
Or am I? I mean,
yeah. Who knows? I'm doing very well today. Very good. Very goodly. I'm not very speech. But overall, this has been a great week for me.
Okay, tell me.
Just in general, I did the guild bosses in Persona,
Oh.
so that's kind of a new one for me. Melissa was like, Platt, it's okay if you auto, but please do the guild boss. And then it was like I finished it 10 minutes before it was due. Then I waited 10 minutes and I did the next one right after it too. I was like, let's get them,
nice.
Let's get them both.
I have not touched this week's guild boss yet. I'm the slacker this time.
Yeah, but every time I see your score, I'm like, he's killing it. Like you're doing pretty good. You're not just like autoing. You're putting in some real respectable scores.
I don't know. I try to hit top 10, but like the rest of the guild is starting to make me work hard for it. So like Alex, Melissa, Paul, call them. They'll throw up a score, and I'm like, Jesus! Like somebody posted like 170 million on one of the sides, and I'm like, I've got to start there this week. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? They're all better than me.
I'm happy that apparently, like, this was ever since everyone's like, oh, Mesa, skip, dog shit. Don't listen to Mesa. Now it's like every single person's like, he's the best DPS in the game. He's literally just the best for all the guild bosses and all these fights. He does the most damage. I'm like, no one knows what they're talking about. But like Kage is like Mesa's the best DPS in the game, and if anyone knows, they got probably the Max Awakened version of him, but still.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, I always sit back because it happens every cycle, and it's like they'll be the best for about 2 to 4 weeks, just depending on how the patch cycles go. And then it's Gacha. It's a Gacha game. The next like massive DPS will come out, except for poor Swan, figure skater Swan. Like, it doesn't happen for her. But like everyone else will come out and it's like they're the best for like X amount of period of time. And it's like we kind of forget about the old toys. It's that whole meme where it's like, they're throwing the Toy Story characters in the trash, and it's like, I don't care about you anymore.
I don't want you anymore. I love Toy Story, bro.
Dude, did you see they have a trailer for part 5?
Yeah, but I'm kind of like, why did you even make number 4? Like, isn't number 3 good? Like, number 3 is like such a good ending. Now it feels
3.
I won't lie, I didn't watch 4 because to me it felt like a cash grab. And now that they're making 5, I'm like, well, maybe I need to watch 4 because I like Toy Story.
See, here's the thing.
Even number 2 and 3 are bad compared to number 1, in my opinion.
Number
1 is
one's
like
fantastic. It was insane.
Cinema.
I legit cried in the theater on 3. Like, that end scene. Like, dude, it got me. It got me.
My dad cried too.
It was insane.
I didn't cry, but I'm an emotionless psychopath. But like still, I understand it hit a lot of people in that way. I cry. Okay, I want you to finish what you're going to say. I was going to say I cried when I was a kid. I cried at Titanic. I was like, Jack.
You could have fit on the damn board. You could fit on the door.
And I cried during A Knight's Tale every time, still to this day.
I haven't seen A Knight's Tale in forever. No,
A Knight's Tale is in the top 10 greatest movies of all time.
Hell yeah. I need to rewatch 4 because I honestly, like, I remember like the gist of it, but I actually don't remember how it ended. And I'm like, I seem to recall the way they set up 5 doesn't match with how 4 ended, but I could just be wrong because it's been however many years since that movie came out, and I'm not that good at memory. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care.
All right, I'm 33 now. I remember being 16 or whatever, sitting in high school, and someone's like, they're making another Toy Story, and it was like, yeah, Andy's going to college, and it's like I think it was Toy Story 3 or something, and I'm just like, I'm now 33 and that's still more like I don't think Pixar, Disney, whoever makes these movies, like no one can make even video games now. Yeah. Everything's a re-release or a sequel. No one knows how to make anything original, and I don't know how to make anything original, but I'm not in the business.
Yeah.
But it's like well, let's remake The Hobbit. Let's spread it into a trilogy. Let's remake the remake of a remake. It's people are like, aren't you excited for Dragon, whatever, Final Fantasy 8 like remake they're remaking Persona 4, they're remaking Persona 3. I'm like, why don't they make some new games? Persona 3 exists.
Yeah.
Persona 4 exists.
Yeah.
Why can't they make it's like, yep. as long as it's playable like on a computer or on some
Hmm.
form of modern console, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just make it so we can get on a PS5 or PS4, whatever. Pick your console of choice, as long as it's available.
I get fired up about this. I get so sick because people are like, what do you mean you're not excited for whatever Persona 4 Golden? I'm like, because I have Persona 4 Golden on the computer already. But it looks nicer.
Uh-huh.
But what it's when have these games ever been about how good they look? It's like so much more about the story, the characters, the combat. It's like the looks is fine, but they're already passable. Like
Well,
they're already fine.
I wonder sometimes if this is like the crux of being an older gamer who kind of grew up through the generations, because to me that art style like is A, reflective of the time, and B, it shows the creativity of working within that technological restraint. Like Final Fantasy VI, like what makes it impressive beyond just like the story and stuff like that is some of the stuff they did to make it work on a Super Nintendo. Like that's not a challenge today, right? Like that's whatever. Or like even back in like original Nintendo days, and you had what's called parallax scrolling, which we still use that technique in animation today. But when that was first coming out, like that was mind bending, like that you
Mhm.
could do that. And so like some of it for me is just that. And I mean, we didn't think about remakes in the first few, console generations. It was just like, could you get this to port? Like, could you get Mortal Kombat to port from the arcade to a Super Nintendo? And what magical voodoo did you do to do that? Like, you weren't worried about remaking Mortal Kombat 1 at the time because it was all brand new.
Well, and it's crazy because it's like that is totally lost because now they come out with Call of Duty 69, and it's like this game is 430 gigs. And I'm like, there's no elegance in it at all, right?
Hmm.
Like games used to like, especially console games, like and then sometimes they failed. They're like, listen, Final Fantasy 7 is gonna be 3 discs or whatever, 3 or 4 discs. That's just the only way. That's the only way we're gonna make it work. But yeah, I love like I'm not saying like developers today aren't like intelligent, creative, and all that stuff, but like there was a need of innovation. The restrictions that they were working with required incredibly creative solutions or to
Yes.
sacrifice their vision. Where today you don't need to do that as much. You can kind of make your vision come true. So I think it is less elegant in general.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. So you want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
Because I know you can't see my screen, and I'm always like playing something when we're recording, just to get some like visual so people can be distracted. It's not Persona today. Take a wild guess what's
Oh,
on my screen.
okay. I'm gonna guess not CZN. I'm gonna guess DNA.
Nope, CZN. You should have gone with your
Dang.
gut, man. You should have gone with your gut. I'm doing CZN, well, for two reasons. One, because people can yell at me because I'm actually doing something that's probably not recommended in the game, which is I'm farming Haru up to 100% completion because I just want to see, like, I just want to do it. Like, she's kind of my main right now. But
100% completion meaning like level 60 with all of her.
I'm doing all of, well, maybe not, maybe it's just shy of 100. I'm doing almost all of her nodes in her,
Mhm.
what the hell is, I always forget the name of the stupid
It's
tree.
potential. I was
Potential,
gonna
thank
say
you.
it the first time, but I couldn't remember the name of, so I had to think it on it for five
Yeah, the
seconds.
the only node I'm not doing is the neutral card node, because the way that I play her, the only time she would ever have a common card is one that is an attack anyways, so it doesn't matter. And I've got every one of her nodes maxed out right now, except for I'm literally working as we are talking on the final crit damage one. Like I have one more to do, and I'm literally farming up the shards while you and I are on this podcast. And so she is about to
That's
be completely just assed out maxed otherwise.
that's dedication. I am one. So there's 2 characters I don't have,
Hmm.
and every other character of the game is level 50, besides one, which is currently like level 30. So I'm trying to get every character in the game to level 50 because then they're all at least usable in content,
Yeah.
right? Um, and so I'm almost there.
I think
But Maribel is my last one because I just can't see why I would use her at this point. But
I haven't touched her since I leveled Kalipe. Once I pulled Kalipe, she lost all reason to be in my team. Like it is,
oh,
someone will correct me eventually, but like I can't think of a single team that I'm playing. And again, that I'm playing, I don't have a lot of the characters that I would take Maribel over Kalipe.
literally zero. The only situation I could think of where you would use Maribel is when you're also using Kalipe and you're using Magna because Maribel has, I think, 1 or 2 attacks that deal damage based off your shield. So you could like have a
Mm,
very consistently very high shield and then convert that to damage. But imagine like realistically think about that though. It's like you know what a lot of shield is? 800. 800 is not that crazy of an attack. You know, it's like a lot of shield, but it's not that crazy of an attack. So I think that's like a meme team, but it could be fun. You know, everyone has counterattack shields, and then you try to throw the shields at the enemies. But no, Maribel seems like she's there for the people that didn't get the 5 stars. Ironically, the 5 stars seem to be easier to get sometimes than these 4 stars, though.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because on one of my videos, I called her Maribreast. And so every once in a while I'll get a comment on YouTube like, ha, caught it.
That's way more elegant. I called her Mommy Milker. So it's like that's yours is at least elegant. It made sense.
See, maybe you should run a team of least dressed team, because they definitely push out some characters.
Well, that's the thing is, it's actually funny because they are a team in the lore of the game. Like the leader is Yuki. Yuki is the leader of this group, and the other members are Amir and Maribel. So it's like there is definitely as her leader, she's like, listen, I only hire. She's probably a little bit of a sexist in some sense. She's like, I only hire big titty women, and you got to whip them out, otherwise you're not on my team.
Yeah, that's they pushed it hard on that team for sure. It's the
I
Gooner
believe the phrase is the proof is in the pudding. You know,
it's in something.
Yeah.
So I think because we talked, I don't know, maybe it was the last podcast about, you know, it's you and I play gacha games. Like, we don't just play Persona, and at the end of the day, like, Persona is kind of in that. We'll get a couple of days of content and it comes down, and then we'll get a couple of days of content. And eventually, in like a month, we'll get another part of the story. And then it's like tough because we don't give the spoilers. So it's like, oh, the story's here, but we don't really want to talk about it because spoilers, blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, you know what? Why don't let's just pull the Band-Aid off and start talking about the other stuff that we do. We already tangent 1,000 different places anyways. So why don't we just tangent to some other gacha games?
I 100% agree, obviously. And like the best weeks for Persona, aren't even the weeks where they come out with new story. It's like, oh, Tycoon's out. What'd you think about Tycoon? Or, oh, the Astrolab is out. What do you think about Astrolab? Like that kind of stuff. But yeah, like again, we play a lot. I haven't even played that much Persona, which is no secret to anybody.
Yeah.
And I haven't quit. It's just literally a matter of strike while the iron's hot. CZN is still a hot new thing. It's starting to cool off a little bit now. But it's still going pretty strong.
Except
but
the last few days, man, are you kidding me? Like, of all the weeks for me to be traveling and unable to film, would they have 2 or 3 different like hotfix patches? They had first of all they did the whole we will mostly tell you how save data works. Like they're like a half a step away from being perfect because they told us how it works, and like you can literally do the math now, but you have to do the math. Once they put it in the system to where it shows you the exact, like, this is what it is, that's the last step that they have to do to make it perfect. Because then you just don't have to like go outside and like make a calculator. So they had that. Everybody, of course, jumped on that. I couldn't because I was traveling. Then they had like the let's fix gear and let's fix these couple other things. And I'm like, of all, like, if you're a creator, like, this was the weekend to milk views for sure. And I'm like, I've missed that boat already.
100%. There is a lot, but it's like, I don't know, like maybe I'm a different kind of creator, but I'm like, that kind of stuff just isn't that interesting to me. Like, it's okay, like, and I did like one video on the patch. I wasn't going to until I was like, all right, the patch goes alive in an hour, and I got the patch notes while I'm staring at it. Like, I could be one of the first to do it. Let's just do it because I happen to be sitting here. But it's weird because I'm so much more interested in like actual building teams and boss fights and stuff. Like when they do, I especially like the save data stuff. Like, I could not care less at all. I don't care. I don't even want to know how they do it or what the calculate. It doesn't. To me, the game is the chaos mode, and the save data stuff is like what you do when you don't feel like doing chaos anymore because you don't have a lot of time. Yeah. And it's like, if I get 90% the deck I want versus 100%, like, I don't care. But people really, really care about that stuff. Like, a lot of people are really interested and they want it to be like perfect and know how to game it. And I'm just, whatever deck I get when I get out is the deck I get when I get out. The content, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird, but like the chaos is like the real mode for me. So
no, you bring
that's
up a
why
good
like
point.
Little adjustments was like still fun.
No, you bring up a good point actually, because like when I think about it, I mean, obviously we know what modes use the chaos stuff in. It's going to be anything that isn't the chaos mode, right? And so, or the decks. And so if I think about the content available today, There's the Dimensional Dawn stuff, which did they start a new
Mhm.
Twilight, or did that one end and they haven't? I haven't even looked. I guess I could here in a few minutes, but
They added a second one. So well, like because the second one season ended and so it reset. So I was at like 30 or 27
okay, so they
stars
did
and
bring
I
a new
went
one
back to
already.
0 stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
I hadn't even looked yet because I've been so busy on the patch. But
Me
so
too.
you've got that, and so obviously you have to have a deck in there because somebody probably can. I'm probably not that good, but I can't imagine getting through that with just the base level deck, all 30 stars.
100%.
Yeah.
But those are with your those aren't seasonal, right?
No,
So you
no,
could
no.
use the same deck you used
Yeah.
last season or whatever. So once you get a couple good decks, you're fine forever on
Well, that's the
those,
thing.
I
Like,
think.
I think I'm gonna have a really hard time, like beating my Tressa, what is his name, Hugo deck, because I'm literally like using that in auto battle in the background right now, because I can get rounds where I have like 12 to 15 daggers stacking agony. I think I told you I got something like 4,000 agony bleed damage a turn from this deck. Like it's insane.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a stupid number. And so like there's probably little tweaks I could do in there, like with the little bit of knowledge I have, but it's also a little bit of like, well, you have to luckily get certain decks and epiphanies anyways, and then, copies or whatever. So like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to beat this deck anytime soon. So like, I would still use that one there. And then we have the new boss in the seasonal realm, which we need to have seasonal data for. And I've done the first, it's like rank 6 or whatever of his difficulty, and I haven't been able to beat rank 9 yet. So I need to like get a better deck for that. And like that's literally, I think, the only stuff that it's like kind of time bound or whatever.
I'm in the same boat. I beat rank 6 and I haven't beaten rank 9. I might be able to do 7. I barely beat rank 6, honestly. I might be able to do 7 or 8. 9 was a lot harder.
Yeah.
But also it's like I do I want to try to farm the AFK barrel build? I don't know. Maybe I could try to do that, but I kind of just want to play like the characters that are fun. I don't know. Like chaos is so much more fun to me. I don't want to sacrifice my enjoyment of the chaos runs to try to farm something to clear like a harder version of that boss.
Yeah.
I'd rather just keep playing with new characters all the time, never really going all that deep in any individual character, because it's just like playing so many different teams is fun. Although I do end up going back to Owen Barrel Mika a lot because it's 3 4-stars, and I'm like, look at me win with 3 4-stars.
Their 4-stars are really good in this game.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that I have the most fun going through a chaos run, because there's like, I've had chaos runs where I've ended with a really solid deck and there was no way I could lose to the boss. Like it just wasn't going to happen. And I've had other runs, like I was on stream, was it maybe last week? And I got to the last boss of the new chaos, whatever you want to call it, for like the seasonal content. And it came down to a turn where I just couldn't get enough to get a pixel sliver of life left to beat the boss. And there was like, and I kept resetting it. I'm like, is there some other way I could like run a draw and hope for this card? And like, it was kind of fun to get to the last boss on the interior and just lose. Like,
yeah, I got so close. I actually beat the last boss while I was in the mental break state, right? Like he killed all my HP and I had to kill him that turn. And I was like, hell yeah. And I got it. And that was so fun.
I love when that happens, where it's like because correct me if I'm wrong, at least I don't know how to, but like if you go into that full mental break state, there's no way to come out of it. Like you either like win or lose.
Unless there's a hidden thing about it. It's not even you win or lose. You lose it because you can't gain shield either. Like you can't prevent damage in any way. So the next time you have to kill every enemy before they act.
Yeah.
For the rest of the run, which isn't realistic. But you could still pull through if you get it at like that late into the fight, which is, there was no achievement for it. And I was like, this is disgusting. You should give me an achievement.
Yeah.
Because I did it.
You're better off just quitting unless you're on the last boss. And like, to your point, like you could just hopefully eke it out.
Mm-hmm. That's a very, that's a fun mechanic, just in general. Although, because there's no way to recover it, it feels like a waste of time if it's anywhere besides the final boss. You're just like, okay, well, I'm dead. What if I win this fight? Who cares? Like, because I've won a fight, gone to a rest area, doesn't matter. Gone to an event, doesn't matter. It's like, why are you wasting my time? If there's no way. I think there should be a way to recover. I don't know what it is, but like if you clear the fight, maybe get to a campfire, right? You can go back to 1 HP or something.
I hope someone jumps in the comments and just tells us that we skipped the like very important tutorial. Like, oh, you just have to press AB0X1 and you pop out of it at a rest area.
It's like, yeah, actually, did you know if you use Kalipe, you can't go into the mental break state because it's impossible to lose? Like, all right, sure, we get it.
Yeah.
Kalipe is good.
I love Kalipe.
I
She's
haven't
my
used
next
Kalipe.
one.
I didn't use her this whole week. I was like, this
Really?
is the no Kalipe. This is the no Kalipe week.
I like that you can do that though.
Yeah, I was like, this is the one character that I think is so strong, and I'm gonna use her all the time. But for this week, I'm just every team I have is not gonna have her in it, and so that it was kind of fun, you know.
Nice. I made a rookie mistake today. I'm not gonna call it a rookie mistake. I'm gonna call it I was traveling all day yesterday. So you know, I was at the airport. I logged in. I did all my dailies. You know, whatever. And then I usually save my where you go and like have your conversations with people for the end of the day. That way, like if I needed to, you know, do the counseling or whatever I've got. I hate the fact that they share those resources for the conversations, by the way. But
Me too.
But so I left it. I had all 4 left. And I logged in just before you and I started filming the podcast. I'm like, oh, I'll go clear out these conversations really quick. Apparently, server reset is at 11 a.m. my time because I was in the middle of talking to somebody and it's like, oh, we've refreshed the main page. And it kicked into my new day. And I'm like, crap. I'm like, there goes 4 conversations for affinity points. And I don't really care that much. But like, I was like, damn it, Gacha number 1. Like, you got to clear your dailies, clear all your limited stuff.
It's funny because they won't give you the red dot for those. I skipped a day because I thought that I used them and I just never went and checked because I was like, I didn't even know I had them. Because I leave people in the traumatic state. I don't even take them out.
Yeah.
Like ever. People are like, why are there so many people in the traumatic state? I have like 15 characters in the trauma zone. And I'm like, because it doesn't make a difference. Like, I don't care that they're in there. I still got to go in and play chaos.
They should like let it stack. Like, because they can give you 4 a day, but they should have it at like 24 or let you overcap because it's such a limited resource anyways.
That'd be nice also. Yeah. Plus now that I got the character up to the point where it's like I don't have to do it for the missions anymore, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't care. Screw their affinity. There's 7 more attack. I don't want it. All right. Yeah. So, I do, but it's like it's such little games.
It's such a grind. I'm basically now just switching over. I'm just going to get everyone to level 10 to get their special like backgrounds unlocked because I just don't care. Like little stuff like that doesn't bother me. Like,
yeah, Owen didn't have a background. Couldn't help but notice. Okay.
Really?
There's like 4 characters that don't have backgrounds.
That's weird. It seems like such a little oversight. Like, why wouldn't they? Yeah, you were talking about you have most of the characters. I'm still on the 5-star front. I've got Kalipe, Veronica, Hugo, and Haru, and that's it. But I do have 3 Hugos and 2 Veronicas because the game loves giving me duplicates, which I'm not mad about. Like, that's actually good for both of them.
Is it E2 Hugo or E3 Hugo?
It is E2 Hugo.
Okay, so yeah, you got 3 Hugos. I mean, that means he's going to be real. I don't remember what his E2 really is, but that's like the big one for all the characters, right? That's the one where you get your biggest upgrade.
Yeah, he says for every 2 times commence the hunt is activated, deal 40% times 2 extra damage to random enemies. If the same target's attacked again at commence the hunt, this effect is once per turn. This is where like you'll see it all the time if you've ever watched like my videos because I use them all the fucking time. And this is where like he'll launch his dog after someone else attacks, and all of a sudden he looks like he just does like 1,000 hits in a row. And you're like, what is this dude doing? Because I have that. Plus, on top of that, I have a, let me go into his save data. I have his, I'm in the wrong screen. Look at his save data. But I have this piece of gear. What's it called? There's people that memorize these gear names, and I'm never going to be able to.
No, there's like 1 or 2 that I remember the name of.
Yeah. Somewhere, I wonder if it's on... Oh, it's on his card. It's when another combatant uses an upgrade or skill, 1 commence the hunt. If it's triggered, 50% chance of random ally performing coordinated attacks on the target. And that actually can be him as one of the allies, which is crazy. I always thought it had to be somebody else. And so like there's times when like he'll just sit there and just go attack, trigger 2, attack. And it's like the coolest thing because it just looks like he's just sitting over there like slicing people up. He's like, I'm doing it. Forget everybody else.
It's like, bro, this guy forgot the rules of the game. He's just like turn-based.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm mashing A.
Yeah. So he's a fun one. Like I actually really like using him.
That's a massive upgrade E2. So yeah, I mean you've got concentrated power.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I have an E2 of anybody yet.
Except for maybe your 4 stars, right? Because we get enough.
Oh yeah. So the 4 stars are all pretty good. I think they're all above that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who I want to use my selector on.
Yeah, so I have 2 characters that I don't have. and so I'm 40 away from like like a pity of getting a random one. So I'm like, all
Hmm.
right, I'm gonna see if I just happen to get one of those two before I select. But I don't have Kayron or Leah.
Hmm. I hear a lot of people talk about Orlia. I guiltily need to actually look at her kit. I have no idea what she does. And then Kayron
She does the
looks.
dumbest summoning thing, and she gets cards, and the cards fuse into stronger versions of the cards, and
Hmm.
then like she's supposed to have good synergy with Barrel with retain mechanics, but
Okay.
I don't I don't know. I was not. Everyone thinks she's kind of bad, besides the people that are diehard fans of her.
Yeah.
So I'm not convinced. Plus, Kayron seems like so just generically good. I think I really would prefer Kayron, just
Kayron.
like a giant nuclear bomb.
I saw a video. He's a trick one. I need to study him a little bit more because what I saw was like you can stack a significant amount of cards for him. It's called something. His card mechanic, but futility. And so I saw a video the other day, and I wish I remember who posted it, but he did some like ungodly number. Like he stacked so many of these that he did like 20,000 damage or something stupid. It was incredible. But
Hell yeah.
it looks like for him, you have to spend the time to stack it. And what throws me off is the one place I would care to have crazy power is in Twilight because you have
Hmm.
to do it within so many turns, but you need your characters to like do that damage in the first couple turns. So if you have to take 6 turns to set up, like, is that really that valuable when you only have 12 turns in the entire 4 fight run, right?
No, that's why I thought Barrel wasn't good in Twilight until I got it so she can consistently get online on turn two.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
maybe that's like
then
with
it's like,
him. Maybe
oh,
if he can do that.
so it's like, yeah, maybe I need to clear both of these fights in 6 turns and 2 turns is set up, but then she clears it by turn 4 because she clears turn 3 and then the next fight is a one
Hmm.
rounder
Hmm.
usually, right? So it's like you actually kind of get there. But yeah, if it takes like 6 turns to set up where you got to keep going through drawing, you're like farming the enemy. That's more of a meme, but it doesn't make it not fun, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. And I mean, there's other play. I mean, you could technically use that on like your chaos runs or all these other places. It's really just the one place that the turns matter. But I'm looking at who I don't have. I don't have Luke. So I'm thinking about my selector, right? Luke, I had him in beta. I hated using him. He did nothing for me. He was a cool
Luke
looking
is bad.
dude. Yeah, I don't like him. So like he's not going to get the win. Magna, I like the counterattack style, but I feel like with me having Kalipe, I struggle to think of outside of like a building a team specifically because I want to use counterattacks. Like I don't know where I would use her. Rin is up
Magna
there.
could do Magna could do quite a bit more damage, I think, than
Okay.
Kalipe, like over the course of multiple turns. But like, she's just she's almost worse than Kalipe in every single way.
Yeah, and the problem is Kalipe is legitimately my favorite character in the game. So like
Yeah,
it's going to be hard to take her off of my team. Rin is up there. I've seen people do some discussing things with Rin, and she looks like one I could probably have fun playing. Orlia, I told you, like I don't outside of what you just told me, I know nothing about her. Maylin I hear is good, but again, I need to study her kit. Renoa, I feel like she'd be fun to play. She's pretty
yeah.
high up there on the list. Yuki, obviously you can't pick, and Yuki, honestly, I hate her character, so like I wouldn't pick her if I could. And then Kayron, for the reasons I said before, like I feel like he could be great, and maybe there is a way to ramp him quicker, but and I will say, like in the community, I hear people say how good he is, but of the other ones, I would rather have a Rin over a Kayron personally. So like I think I've probably narrowed it down to like Rin, Renoa, or if there's see, and this is the problem. I'm like maybe Orleo, maybe Maylin. So I've narrowed it down to 4 people. That doesn't help. So I'm pretty close to my next guaranteed. Where am I at on that? Let's see. So I'm at not that one. So on the Yuki, it's in the next 69 rescues. I get Yuki. Go figure.
So I will say,
30 rescues.
I straight up, no meme. This makes people that like the game mad. Ren is easily my least favorite character
Oh,
in the whole
interesting.
game. 5 and 4 stars. I think she sucks. She's unfun to play, and her payoffs are bad. I
Okay.
hate Ren. I like genuinely. I hate her. And she was my most wanted character outside of Kalipe because I'm like cool samurai chick. Um,
Yeah.
maybe they fixed her, they patched her or something, I don't know, but it's like the whole if anyone else uses an attack card Like it breaks her combo. So it's like, and then you have to retain it during turns. And it's like, I never got her cards in an order that made anything make sense. So I was always like, she was so unfun. Like,
Okay.
it's not like she's terrible. She's actually pretty reasonably powerful, but like she is the antithesis of like a play style I want where she's unflexible. You have to do everything. Like she forces you to play cards in specific orders. And instead of you having to decide what the optimal order is.
Okay.
Mei Lin is probably easily the best single target damage dealer in the game. She absolutely destroys stuff because
Interesting.
she always does double damage because she inflicts passion weakness on whatever she attacks. So the first attack she hits will be normal damage, and then every attack after that will have passion weakness. So she'll deal double damage and extra tenacity damage. And she's does a lot of hits. She what I like about her is she's the only character whose best cards in her deck are her basic attacks. Because she scales her basic attacks to be really, really strong, so she works really good with Ray. As far as the other ones you decided, I can't. Oh, Renoa seems just fun. I have Renoa. I haven't used her yet because I've been building her up to level 50. But tomorrow is going to be my first Chaos run where I'm actually using Renoa.
So this is completely unrelated, but do we know what the max level is for a character? Because I've been noticing, like right now I'm going to go do the level 9 fight and get beat up so people can make fun of me in the comments below. And this one says recommended 60, whatever. Like we know we can get to 60. But I've seen, I swear to God, I saw somewhere it was something ridiculous, like 90 or 120. Like it was like your character should be something like stupidly ungodly high. And I'm like, how?
So
like,
there's, I mean, I just did a video kind of like with a tangent on this, right? So the new event difficulty level 9, 10, 11. Difficulty 11 recommends character level 135, which is not possible. You can only get to level 60. And so that's why I'm like, but why say recommended level? Why why not say power level? Like it's like, oh, this is a 135 power level boss. Like maybe it's a little arbitrary, but it gives some context. But it's like, how do you recommend something impossible?
Yeah.
I've played so many games where they recommend, like especially gacha games, they'll recommend something that's literally impossible. And I was like, you got to stop using the word recommend.
Yeah. It's got to be something else.
Level
like,
60 is the cap.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And I didn't know if maybe there was a promotion mission and like I'm not high enough level to like see it obviously or whatever. But like maybe it's like this is like the ultra hard battle. Make sure your save data is up to snuff. I don't know what the hell you would call it, right? But like because I saw that I'm like, am I missing something? Is there like a secondary breakthrough and I'm just a terrible content creator and never noticed that this is a thing?
No, and it gets so arbitrary because like the difference between like level 30 and level 50 in difficulty is pretty high, but then difference between 90 and 135 is like it's there, but it's not like what you would expect. Like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah,
it's like it's just harder, but it's like totally doable with level 50 characters. So level 60 becomes a little more mandatory when you start getting up there, just to like not get one shot with your HP pool being so low. But still. I will say the harder difficulties you get into, this is the biggest issue with the game right now, potentially from like a character design standpoint, is the further you get into difficulties, like one of the main things they'll do is like they'll cut your HP. If you just don't have Mika, no one heals. No one.
She's on like all my teams these days.
Nia heals a little bit. Cassius heals a little bit, but when you get in Ray heals a little bit, but when you get to these really high difficulty fights, like they might actually hit you for half your health bar every turn.
Jesus.
You actually need someone that could just heal, like actually get your HP back up, or like maybe you could do even if you do a really heavy shielding team, like unless you have like those turns with Kalipe where you get 800 shield or whatever, but you can't consistently do it every single turn.
Yeah.
Because like she uses her vulture strike and it goes into the graveyard and you don't get it again right away. So Mika feels more and more like necessary the higher difficulty you get, where I could use not Mika in a lot of lower level content. And now it's like I have to get a god build on a different character, and if they're not E6, it's not even worth trying for like Nia and Cassius. I feel like
I'm literally using Mika and Kalipe together with Haru right now just to see if I can take this boss down. And like I'm having to go don't actually fight the Aqua Balls because I don't have enough. Like she's a single target damage dealer. I don't have the kit to keep taking out the Aqua Balls when he resummons them every 2 turns or whatever it is.
I would say Mika, Kalipe, Haru is the only thing that is widely accepted as like a top tier meta team. Like
Really?
that is like, okay, this is the meta team. That is what people are like. This is, if you're gonna go through the game, this is the best team you could possibly use right now. Is Haru, Mika, Kalipe. And that is because they're all three very, very good at their job. I think Haru is flexible. I don't think you need to use Haru, but
Mm.
like Kalipe, Mika are like pretty much they're considered, they call them the babysitters, right? Kalipe, Mika are the babysitters, and whoever you bring, they just seem to be able to deal damage, basically, you know. And then you'll be fine. And
Meanwhile, I'm over here like getting ready to get killed again.
no, I mean like you'll still lose. Like if you don't have like they're just like a very meta team, which is good. I mean, it's like I don't know, it's like Vino, Makoto, and Leon in the same team or something, right?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like it's like this is just these are the units that work together and they're the best in a generic power level. Of course, there are going to be specific fights where different like Mei Lin does more damage than like Mei Lin and Ray could do insane more damage than that team, but they don't have the sustain necessarily, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is I will tell you this run is not going good. I've got him down by maybe I don't know, roughly a third. He still has 20,000 HP.
He gets well, he has 20,000 HP, but he also has like a passive like 80% damage reduction, 50% damage reduction. So you'll be looking at your attack numbers like with like Beryl. I'm like, she normally hits for 400 and she's hitting for like 62. You know, it's like, oh my God. So it's like it's 20,000 HP with like an effective 40,000 HP. You know,
Yeah.
it's like unbelievable.
Yeah, his HP is higher than that because like right now he still has 20,000 after I've done that much damage to him. Like it's
Yeah.
and like I'm looking at my health bar and I'm like he is literally going to kill me on this round. Like there's nothing I can do because I didn't pull enough heal cards.
I think it's appropriately difficult,
Yeah.
but I'm happy that it's like there's again, you know, to beat a dead horse, there's nothing like this fight in Persona, right? There's
Oh, God,
nothing
yeah.
where like, oh shit, I'm gonna die after really farming it up and using a really good team. Is like it's and like I think I could beat it, but like I
Mhm.
need to put in some effort and I need to think about it. I'm happy that there's that stuff there for people that are a little more hardcore. And
Yeah.
then of course this is what happens. Everyone that clears it is gonna be like, it really wasn't that hard. Didn't you just use your god build?
I
Didn't you just
sometimes
use
do that in Persona. I'm like shit, I did that again. I'm like
Yeah,
I used
it's
the
like,
meta
come on,
team and I autoed it.
But like yeah, they'll just be like, oh, this team wasn't that hard. Did you not use like the 72 infinite loop attack Hugo combo? And it's like, no, I just cleared my most recent, the highest difficulty was level 8 of the new event, right?
Hmm.
Now they added 9, 10, 11, but it was level 8. And I cleared it with Beryl, Owen, and Mika, you know, 3 4 stars. And
Yeah.
Mika's OP and Beryl is, you know, pretty good, but like Owen, people shit on Owen, bro. He's so good.
I hear
But
more and more
I'm
good
like,
things about him like recently.
Owen's good. People are in denial because he stole your waifu. He's good. All right. He's not he's not S tier, but he's a generalist. Having a generalist is good. Some of his cards are defensive, some of his cards are offensive, and they're all reasonable.
He
You
is
know?
offensive. He is offensive.
That piece of shit. I was really hoping for sexy Owen wallpaper, and they didn't give it to me.
He's like in the Jurassic Park pose where he's just like laying down, right? Like
Yeah,
what was
the
his
Jeff
name?
Goldblum.
Yeah, yeah. That needs to be him. That needs to be his pose. That'd be the funniest freaking thing ever.
I love that. And just in the background, it's just all the girls looking through a window.
People would riot, man. Like that would set the world ablaze.
Oh, he's so cool.
I'm hoping
No,
people.
he was literally supposed to be 10 years old in the original story, and he
Oh,
was
God.
just he's got little brother energy. Like
Yeah.
that's his whole thing is like he's just kind of, and even his story, he's like, I wonder what my sister would say if he's on your wallpaper. He's like, I wonder what my sister would say if she wasn't dead right now. She'd probably tell me to shut up and quit dwelling on the past, focus on what needs to get done. I'm like, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
No part of that was a little bit uplifting.
Oh,
I think
Owen.
Owen's I like Owen.
I need people to go in the comments and tell me how terrible. So first of all, like I'm only half paying attention to my cards, which is part of the problem. And I don't think that would bridge the gap. Mind you, like if I was fully locked in on this fight, I actually don't think that this build would do it. But I'm just waiting for people to be like, oh my God, turn 3.5. You should have played Energy Barrier instead of blah, blah, blah. You wasted something or other. Like, did you know what's going to happen?
Welcome to the world of the Magic the Gathering content creator. It's like on turn 4, when you pass priority, you could have cast and bounce your own creature, which would have caused this trigger to trigger. It's like 99.9% perfect play, but you could find the one slight misplay that isn't really a misplay. It
Uh-huh.
just potentially could have worked out, but it was like a lower percent chance. It was more risky, but you could have won, Yeah. So people are going to criticize your play. That's
I
just
hope
all there
so.
is to it.
I always think it's funny because I'm like, at no point are you going to hear me come out and say that I think I'm the best player at this game. I have a amazing amount of fun in this game. There's no doubt about that. But am I the best player? Absolutely not. Like, I can think of some clever tactics here and there, and I understand holistically what makes like a good build. But there's people that are going to be like absolutely insanely better than I am.
Yeah, it's just and like same with me. I'm like, man, I suck. People are like, no, you're actually pretty good. I'm like, yeah, maybe I'm like decent because I have a lot of experience, but it's like I could see that I'm lacking in certain things. But also like I like give myself a cop out. I'm like, well, I'm just using a bunch of 4 stars. So if I use the OP units, no, I
Yeah,
don't
if I
do that.
used Veronica.
But there are people like, if I was using the fucking Haru Mika Kalipe team, I would have been destroying this.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm using Owen. All right, Owen is good, but I do like people memeing on him.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna come out and tell me like if I had this team, there'd be no way I could lose. Because I've had it happen in other videos where someone said that it was like, oh, if I had Haru, I would have 3 stars on everything in Twilight. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm happy for you, but you don't have her clearly.
Sounds like you should get a better job and buy Haru. Nerd. To immediately criticize their real life finances.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. See, I'm totally gonna die on this round. There's no way I'm gonna win through this. Or
And
the
if I
next
had
round.
wings, I could fly. It's like, what is the point of that statement? Yeah, it's like, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. It's
I
like,
love that. I know what clip that is. This is like the best clip ever. Oh.
I love those kinds of statements. Just like the if I blank, then blank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, like just now, I totally pulled a card that is gonna get me killed, and I'm like, okay, cool.
I order LOL, which is like I think it came from Hearthstone originally, like order lol. Myself all the time, where I just play the cards in a bad order. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, do this, do this. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna gain morale now at the end of the turn.
I do that all the
But
time. I'm like, damn it,
whatever.
stop
I'm
doing
like,
that.
whatever. This is just a normal encounter. It wouldn't have prevented any actual damage or anything. He's still dead next turn, but I understand it's suboptimal.
Yeah. See, I need to I'm actually gonna. I haven't actually read these modifiers. Like I'm guilty of that too. So let's see. Increase tenacity of boss by 50%. At start turn, gain and impair. For boss monsters, increase HP by 10%. Decrease damage by 5. Increase damage dealt by 5. Decrease damage that targets all enemies by 20. Jesus. Start turn, create 1 contamination card to the draw pile. I hate those cards. For boss monsters, increase HP by 25. Decrease another 15 and damage dealt by 15. Oh yeah, decrease turn draw by 1. I didn't even notice that one. After 6 turns, monster damage greatly increases. So basically after 6 turns, this is what I mean. Like this game wants you to beat it fast.
Kind of. He gets I think he gets 8 morale or something like that.
Jesus.
So it's not like it becomes unbeatable, but it becomes like you're probably not going to out tank it because also like one of his main mechanics. It's not of the boss, but it's of this mode. Is like he inflicts impair, which makes all your shield gain 50% less. So you're just not going to be able to shield through it, pretty much ever. So you probably notice like Kalipe just not shielding as hard, and that's because you get it knocked by 50% constantly. Unless it's like only I don't know if it's for 1 turn or 1 shield activation. So you might I just didn't bring any shielding.
I actually think taking Kalipe out of this fight would be a good idea for me. When I look at it,
you do need to be able to kill the aqua balls, but as long as you have something to kill the aqua balls, Owen could do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the team that I'm running can't really do that because Haru is all single target. I've got 1 AoE move, and unless it crits, it's not gonna take out the aqua balls. Kalipe, with her vulture ejections, possibly, but I can tell you in practice, like it hasn't been happening. So I wonder if like. Oh, what would I bring here? I'm looking at my roster right now because AoE wise, I don't really have craziness.
That's why I think I'm going to start doing difficulty 8 because I think it looks much easier than difficulty 9.
Do you get anything special for that?
You still get like the first time clear rewards for each difficulty up you go. There's like in the achievements, there's like for difficulty 6, 7, 8, 9. There's one for each of them. 7. You just get them all at once if you do it at difficulty 9.
Oh, okay.
But I think going for difficulty 8 on stream is also just a fun way to do it. You know what's crazy? This game, is it's so unbelievably easy to stream for 2 hours.
Oh, without a doubt.
It's unbelievably easy.
Oh, when
I
I was,
haven't been able to. I run out of time. I'm like, shit. I still wanted to do all this stuff, but I'm out of
Mhm.
time. I got to go to work.
Oh yeah, no. When I was doing it last time, I did a chaos run, and like that was the biggest thing. I'm like, oh, I like it's almost midnight. Like if I were to start another chaos round right now, like I'm going to mid to like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I just can't. Like there's no way. And
Mhm.
yeah, I mean it's and what's cool too about this for streaming is it's different every time. Like if I go into a guild boss to stream a guild boss, it's 99% me doing the same rotation 30 times in a row and tweaking like, do I do this on turn 2 or do I use this persona on turn 2? This
Mhm.
every single chaos run is going to be different.
100%. Because you're hoping to high roll. You high roll here, you
Mhm.
low roll there. Like you never get the perfect high rolls all the way across. So sometimes you're like, damn, that was unlucky. Sometimes you're like, man, this is really good. And it's so fun to like, this is really good. This is really good. And then you get like the worst epiphany on your favorite card. You're like, man,
Mhm.
that sucks. But it all is evening out. So yeah, the runs are just fun. They're not so different where I feel like it's an alien experience every
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
but it's different enough where it's just fun. And I just got the ability to re-roll when I fail an encounter. It's like roll this dice. You can spend 2 hourglasses to re-roll.
Did
And
I get that one yet?
I re-rolled I think I had an 80% chance to succeed. It was like I had to roll like a 4 or something, and
Yeah.
it's like I missed it 3 times in a row. And I'm like, I will spend all 16 of my hourglasses on this. I will get this. And it's a bad reward because they expect you to get it on the first roll. But it was like I refuse to have an 80% miss at this point.
Is that one the Proto skill EP skill redraw? That can't no, that's EP. That can't be it.
No, it's called like dice reroll. It is on the top layer.
I feel
Um,
like I had that one. Oh yeah, reroll dice. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
I got that one.
and so if you fail a roll, it'll allow you to re-roll it.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I made this mistake, man. So I made that whole video about how one of the things was mislabeled and it said that you got more stuff in No Shop and it was actually the hourglasses. And
Mhm.
so they gave us the 15 extra whatevers to kind of say sorry for that, which is awesome. I love that they did that. And so today at reset, I went to go fill into my tree with I always just go in and buy the full whatever these things are called, research notes. Um, and then I thought I was on a different node that I was going to increase, which was to give more affinity for, resolving trauma. I didn't realize I was on that node. And so I bumped it up to level 4 and I'm like, crap.
Like,
I was so mad. I'm like, can I get an undo? Where's my control Z?
those are stuck in there too.
Forever.
Yeah, I'm
It's gone.
I'm so happy that now, like when their weekly reset starts, I get to just I buy out
Mhm.
that no shop for at least the research or whatever.
Yeah, I do that and I get the extra policies. Although I think because we're halfway through the month, I might have to skip the policies next round because I'm looking at the 1,000
Yeah, the
cost.
crafting material.
Yeah, where you get to customize your gear, and like I'm only like right now. So I've bought out the shop. I still have 250 of the whatever they're called, the policy points that you use to buy stuff in the shop, and I'm like, I don't think that that's going to cascade upwards to 1,000 while still buying everything before the month is out. So I think I might actually have to prioritize that now.
I think so. Well, I mean, the good thing about the policies is that you don't gain any points, but like they almost break even.
Yeah, it's
I
very
think you end up
close.
I think you lose like 20 or something depending on what you take, but like you almost break even.
Yeah.
So I guess it depends on like if you care about the whatever, like the crystals, because I think you get like 50 crystals every time you complete one of those traumatic events or whatever, and
Mhm.
some generic stuff. I'll probably pick them up, but I don't know if it's like objectively right but I'm not too concerned about it. Like I mostly just care about the research notes, honestly.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is in December, I'll just do the math on it and just figure out at what do you need to skip each week to ensure you're getting that cube thing while
That
still
cube
getting
thing
the
is
most.
very important. It lets you pick the main stat.
Yeah, it's one of the best items in the game, frankly, I think.
I
As of right
love
now.
the gear crafting in this game is more fun than it is in Persona,
Mhm.
because you get to use when you craft gear, you could just craft like a random piece of gear or whatever for like a price, or you can craft a specific you can craft a set piece. I'm like, all right, I want this set. It'll just craft it randomly for like a cheap price, or you could choose which slot you want it to go into for a
Yep.
slightly increased price, or you could choose the slot and the stat for like the most expensive price. So you have like 3 options of how you want to craft gear if you want it as roll, and it's kind of fun that they gave you the flexibility of doing that.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it right now. It's 50 if you want to go random. It's 100 if you want to select the slot, and then you've got, like you said, you've got the special item for picking. I'm wondering because like I used one of those on Haru to get her crit piece for the like top right one, and I'm wondering if the best play here is not to attempt to get the other 2 pieces with those, like the right side pieces, but to actually only ever use those for forcing that crit rate piece on your DPSs.
That might be it. Because I don't think this is the kind. Some games like Etheria Restart, your goal is to never have crit rate on your gear eventually, right? You have enough substats that cover your crit rate, and then you want crit damage. But I don't know if this game can do that. I don't know if you can get enough substats to make your crit rate up to like that 100%.
I doubt it, because I have a crit rate piece, and she's still only, she's got the 13% base plus 34% right now is what she's at. And I don't, granted, my gear is not optimal, but that's with a crit chance piece.
Yeah, and that's also because you get some crit chance from the potentials as well, which I think you've been leveling, you said.
Mine are done.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of crit. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I think that probably sounds right. It's hard to know like the really, really late game gear stuff, like we'll be in 4 months.
Yeah.
But I think right now, yeah, I mean, I'm saving them. I'm using them I used one for Yuki, because she was the new character, and maybe I'll use one on like new DPSs as they come out. But like you said, like that's probably it for now. I'm not going to use it just like to get Luke a better piece of gear, right?
Yeah. When I'm looking at her too, like I'm sitting here and it's like, I've got the crit I told you, but then I have her anchor pointer, which I duplicated twice. It's an amazing ability. It's a plus 25% crit chance of the next card you play for 1 turn. And so then I'm adding 25% there. And the anchor that I'm using is like a combo +1. And so when she crits, like it can, like I think the most I've seen her hit is 4K. And it's just like a super crit, but it's like late game build. She's got also this, whatever the highest grade weapon is, it's like purple. When you draw an ability plus 35% damage amount to your own attack cards for 1 turn. And so like she like stacks this crap up. It's like, it's kind of insane. But I feel like she crits pretty reliably now, but it's, I think partially because if I use that anchor pointer, it's given her plus 25% crit chance too. So I think there's probably like some plays in there, you know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, get to 70, but then also get this epiphany, like whatever.
I think, this is a kind of side point, but it's also kind of related, where it's like one of the things they just announced in like a game update is that they're going to improve the terminology for when things are additive bonuses or multiplicative bonuses, which is so good, because like Haru's the perfect example, because she has one that's like whatever, it's like you do 30% more damage with like your cards this turn, but it's a multiplicative. So if it's at 100%, they're both equal. But if you're at 200% base damage on the skill, the 30% doesn't go to 230, it goes to 260, right? And so when you get up to these 400% or whatever, it's actually quite a bit more than an additive like 100%. So that's something that I thank God, because sometimes I can't tell if a skill is going to be additive or multiplicative. Is this really good or is this terrible?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, because like morale is additive always. So that I know. Like whatever, which is why it's really good on multi-hit attacks. You know, if it's like, oh, it hits 5 times or 10 times for 20% damage, it's like, well, morale makes it 10 times for 40% damage. That's awesome. Where a multiplicative would actually be worse there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's a little bit of an aside. One thing I did want to mention before we get to the end of the podcast, because I know we're getting pretty close, but to end the arc. All right, the pizza box arc.
Oh,
the pizza box arc.
This is deep lore. This is deep lore.
This has been in my room for a week, but today it goes outside. I finally put the pizza box into a trash bag, and now that trash bag will be taken outside onto the streets where it belongs. So I finally, after today, I will be an adult who has cleaned his room to an extent, as long as you don't look over there or over there.
I think that deserves, I don't know what the comment needs to be, but somebody needs to comment, like everybody needs to comment something for that, like the recycling god or something. I don't know. Give them something.
10 super chats, please. 10 super chats.
There we go.
Can you see is my cat in frame?
Barely. Like, cause your platypus logo is blocking the cat. So it looks like you're kind of petting the platypus.
Well, I am.
That's a different kind of statement. I should be careful saying that. You're petting the platypus.
Petting the platypus there. He's behind my mic.
Oh, there he is. I see him now. Yep. That's a wonderful cat. My dog is hiding somewhere. I don't know where my dog is. Maybe I should get the shot collar.
I love this cat more than I love anything else in this world.
That's how it should be, man. That's how it should be. But you are right.
I've had a girlfriend for 11 years. All right. And I love this cat more than anything that I've ever had in this world.
It's how it should be. Pets over people. All right, but we do have to draw to a close. We're hitting about an hour now, and for those that don't know, I overslept by like 4 hours today because I've been sick. And when you're a dad and you lose 4 hours of sleep or 4 hours of productivity in the morning, it doesn't go away. It just all forces itself into the afternoon. So I'm gonna have a busy afternoon. So I do have to jump. But for Platypus, good times as always. This was episode 20. We've been doing this for a hot minute now, so that's pretty wild. Yeah. But why don't you sign us off, friend?
Yeah, because I mean, I gotta go. I've got a platypus to pet, if you know what I mean. Anyway, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much. For Platypus and the Platy Bear are out. We'll see you on the flip flops. Bye.
Bye, everybody.